Hello everyone, Alex RC Freak here, coming at you with another video on how to get the rear differential out. So right now my workbench is kind of a mess, so bear with me. I got the front part of this body post loosened, okay? Now, I got this top screw. There's two on each side of this bracket here. These are the brackets. There's two button head style 2mm screws. Allen screws, so to loosen it. So you just loosen those out. I got these ones loosened just in case if I need to loosen them. I don't think I will. There's one on each side right here. See, hold on, you guys probably can't see that too well. Let me get you guys a better view. So there's basically one, I loosened two screws here, and on each end of this, one there and one here, there's 2.5mm button head screw. So I'm gonna flip this thing over because that's what this thing needs. There's three screws there, so you guys have a better view here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws to take this out. Now when you loosen these screws, it's gonna loosen that bulkhead completely off. So you don't technically have to. I'm gonna do it anyway. You don't technically have to. There's a 2.0mm screw on each end of this. You can just loosen that, and this whole bumper should slide right out. But you know what? Actually, I might do it that way. It'd be a little easier that way, actually. So yeah, just 2.0mm screw right there. Take that out, and it's out. So I'm going to do that real quick. So Arrma could have designed it a lot better in the back end here to get the bumper off. So I took these screws out. You have to take screws out down here to do it, and now the bumper comes off as a whole. But it's kind of frustrating because you have to take these screws out to get it out. Then you still have this little piece to worry about that's still on the car. It's a pain in the rear. Like, to me, it could have been designed a lot better. That almost felt like it was designed like the Arrma Nero when they had it, where it was just too much going on. I really do feel sorry for anyone that has the Arrma Nero that's actually had to work on it. I apologize. I feel for you, because that truck, it might have been durable and all. Maybe. I've never driven one. They Traxxas sued Arrma before that I could ever have a chance to drive one. So anyway, but yeah, that's I feel bad for anyone that had to work on that rig, though, on a serious note. So now I should have enough room to work on it. So these are the screws right here. 5 flathead 2.0mm screws. I'm going to stick the bumper over here. Take these paper towels, stick them up here. Kind of got stuff all over the place. That's what happens when you work on RCs. You kind of start getting into situations. So these screws here. Sorry, I'm just trying to organize my area here. It's kind of turned into a mess. All right, so now I should be able to get access to this differential screws. Okay, so then you're going to want a 1.5mm, which is right here, screw, and there's this right well by the sway bar here. There's a little bit of screws. There's a little itty bitty rub screws you're going to want to take out. Now, kind of tricky to get to, and of course, oops, sorry, my head was probably in the way on that one. Of course, Arrma puts them in like the worst spot angle ever. There you go. Take these screws out. All right, so you want to make sure you got your differential screws not lost. I'm missing one. I'm actually missing one. I'll find it. I will find it. It's around here. There's not a screw there, but okay. So as you can tell, it's a little bit of a mess right now, but it ain't no big thing. So what I'm going to want to do is take out these shocks, at least one of them for sure, just to get access. So what you do is you just loosen this little grub screw, or that one's called a grub screw. It's a 2.0 millimeter button head style screw. Just loosen it. You don't have to completely take it out. Take a flathead and just pop it out like that, and it pulls out with your hands. Then you just take your shock out like this. You can take your diff cover, fight with it a little bit. Sometimes you take your flathead very gently, being very careful, and you can pry up on it just a little bit. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it likes to mess with you. This one's liking to mess with me today. Alright, so got the cover off. You do have to take out these two. There's two screws that goes down like this. They're 2.0 millimeter. One there and one there. Flat taper head screws. You're going to want to take those out just to make it easier for you. Now this is the cover right here. You want to keep that cover out of the way. You want to keep these screws out of the way of the, having no issues or whatever. So I'm just going to stick this all over here in the back section. Yes, it's a mess. I already know the area is a mess, but that is where I have all my rear end section parts. That's my centered diff parts, and then my other stuff's over there in that corner. So anyway, I'm going to take this off. Now keep in mind you do have two washers right here. So what you want to do is you want to turn it to where the yoke, the pin, is out like that. Kind of rock it out. Turn this yoke. You can grab this one, turn it like that. It should just kind of pop on out. They're a little bit tight to get out, but once you get them out, they come out. Now keep in mind, front and rear differential have these shims. There's two of them. See how you can see two of them? Do not lose these shims. They are the same front and rear, same thickness. Stick them aside. Do not lose them. It is very important you don't lose them, because if you do lose them, it can lead to a really bad day. Or a shredded rear differential. So I'm going to take this thing and stick it on back like this. And keeping to not lose my screw right here for my rear shock, because you don't want to lose that, because that would lead to a bad day. Alright, so I will say though, the rear arms on this thing look seriously beefcake. So now we're going to take apart this rear end diff here. This differential literally is just like the front and the rear and the center. It's just the center has a spur gear on it versus a ring gear. So that's the difference. So anyway, I'm just going to clean this thing up real quick with a paper towel. Just kind of get the excess grease off so you don't get your hands and everything full of just grease while you're trying to hold on to it and loosen it. So anyway, I'm going to loosen these 4 screws, and then we're going to take it apart. Alright, so you got a grub screw here. You do not need to remove that. Just make sure it is in there before you put fluid in there. So here's the diff coming apart. Bone dry. Look at that. It's seriously dry. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. It has a little shimmer right in the center, but barely any fluid in there.
Bone dry, folks.
That's what I'm saying. Go through your truck and just make sure. I mean, it really isn't that hard to do. Yeah, it takes a few extra hours to do it, but literally you can have bone dry and you're riding your truck around like that, and then your diffs are unloading on your tires, like, where your tires are like this big. You don't need to have pizza cutter tires. It's just, to me, it's stupid, but some people are, I don't know, in my opinion, some people are lazy and just don't want to spend the time to do it. So, but anyway, I'm going to clean all these parts in automobile parts solvent cleaner. You just punch this out. Like I say, you do got a washer there. I'm going to stick this right there. You got your washer and your O-ring. Stick that like that, if it can stop sticking to my little Allen there. So you just take this pin off the side. Look at that, bone dry, just ridiculous. I mean, I like Arrma, but I mean, it's factory. Any factory vehicle. Traxxas is probably the worst at it, lubing their diffs. Like, they don't even put lube in their diffs 98% of the time. They make okay vehicles with upgrades, you know what I'm saying? None of Traxxas's vehicles are perfect out of the box, I can promise you that. I don't think any Arrma is perfect out of the box either, obviously. But you do got your shim and your washer there and the diff cup. You got your drive cups here. I'm going to stick that in the pile for cleaning. I'm going to stick this ring gear in the pile for cleaning. I'm going to stick both these gears in the pile for cleaning. I got kind of a little stockpile going on over here of stuff for cleaning. Hold on here, I just dropped a washer. Sorry about my arm being in the camera lens there. I'm not trying to do that. So anyway, but yeah, this differential cup, I'm going to stick this in the pile for cleaning, making sure that I take off the bearing with the washer, sticking that aside over in the corner there. So let me see if I can show you guys here. So I stuck them right over there. That's where I'm sticking the rear end differential parts. This is center differential parts. This is my parts solvent clean right here. I am not cleaning these gaskets or those or any of these stuff right here. And these are all the screws. So just so you guys know kind of how my setup is. So we're going back down. So just like the front and rear diff, you got your cross pins. This is your cross pins. I don't ever wash these usually unless you're like, let's say you've put 20 battery packs through the rig and it's really needs a good washing, good cleaning. You know, I'm just going to start sticking these parts over in the pile. I don't know if I'm going to get this back together tonight. It's pretty late right now. But you got your shims here. Make sure you have 4 of them. You should have 4 of them. Got 3. Where's my 4th one? Sometimes they stick. There's 4. So make sure you have 4. It really is important. Then you got your spider gears here. You got your spacers here. Go against your diff cup. Got a spider gear. All this stuff I don't wash in parts cleaner. Right here. I don't wash any of it ever. I just don't. That's, you know, if you can help it. I do if it's bad enough. But if you can help it, if you got some weird metal shavings in there, I will, just being on the safe side, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I really appreciate you guys watching the teardown series on it. It really isn't that bad. Honestly, I haven't really been working on it that long, to be honest. Like I say, guys, I really appreciate any and everyone who can, you know, genuinely understand what I'm going through right now. And it really sucks because I've been trying to find a job, and it's, with this whole Corona BS, it's a struggle, is real, no joke. And I don't know, but I'm not trying to get into all that crap. But I wish you guys the best. If you guys are temporarily unemployed out there, comment below, you know what I'm saying? It is stressful, I know, but try to keep a positive attitude no matter how bad it gets. That's what I try to do. That's what keeps me going. So with that being said, I wish you guys the best. Hopefully everyone's doing all well. If you guys have any questions about this at all, please, you know, comment, message, let me know. If you have an Arrma Mojave and let's say there's an upgrade that you recommend that would make it more durable. You know, I do bash my vehicles, but I'm not, in my opinion, I'm not a ridiculously crazy basher where I'm jumping 40 feet. I'm not doing stupid stuff like that. I think that's just stupid. But, and then, you know, those people always seem to bitch when it breaks. I don't understand that at all. But just saying, I do bash my stuff. But if somebody recommends an upgrade for this truck for good general bashing, please let me know, comment below. I do appreciate it. That being said, Alex RC Freak out. Peace.